See, I told you that tire was fine. Alright, I guess we're done spreading. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to part 2 of this dramatic spreading fertilizer series. Just getting loaded up this morning. I ended up going out and doing the wheat last night because I was looking at the weather and it's not looking good for the wind, and I really wanted to get this done, so just decided to risk it, go out there and see if I can get this thing figured out, and it seemed like I did fine. So if the scale's accurate, we were just a hair under 200 pounds per acre, which is just perfect. So got that done anyway. I'm gonna get loaded up. We're gonna go out and spread some on some corn ground, or ground that's going to corn this year. See if we can get it done today. Alright, so we're loaded up. I went up and finished that little patch at the township shed this morning, and now I'm out here on 90-acre field. This is going to be going to corn this year. I need to change my rate. I was running 200 pounds, actually 205 in the monitor to get it calibrated right, but we are going to change that to, how do I do this? I don't know how to run ag leader stuff, so What is the problem? Why are you yelling at me? Oh, 100. So rate 1. Okay, I guess that's fine. I do need to go back. Let's see. I want to zero out this field. I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit. I need to change fields, and then I need to shut my gate down a little bit in the back since I'm dropping my rate by half. So kind of rambling, sorry, but yeah, that's what's going on. Got that figured out, everything's zeroed out. That way I can get my rate calibrated. This thing's got a scale in it, so I can make one pass, do my math, see what my rate is. This is the auto steer. Got a Raven that's controlling the rate controller on the machine, but then this is telling the Raven what to do, so it's kind of a cluster, but hey, it works. It's fancier than my spreader. Okay, so we are at 3.5 inches, which is like somewhere around 200-ish pounds. We're gonna drop to 100, so I think I'm gonna go down to 1.5. Well, I better not go that low. Let's just go down to like 2 and see what that does. I don't know what I'm doing. Last thing I need to check, so number 1 and 2 hydraulics engage the spinners and the floor chain, whatever you want to call it. I need to be running the spinners at 750, and it's kind of wonky in the mornings before the hydraulic oil gets good and warmed up, so it was running like 800 in that last field I did, a little 2-acre field, so I'm gonna have to mess with that a little bit. Okay, let's see what that does. Just made my first pass. I'm gonna do my math. I started at 10,780 on the scale. Now I'm at 10,600, which is 180, divided by 2.81. That is, what? Oh my goodness. 180 divided by 2.81. That's only 64 pounds, so I shut that gate too much. Gotta open it back up. Let's try that, see what happens. Check our math again. Started at 10,600 minus 10,380. It's 220 pounds. 6.13 minus 2.81. It's 3.32. 220 divided by 3.32. That's 66 pounds. What am I doing wrong here? I guess I'll try raising the rate. what that does. It took me a little bit, but I messed around with the gate, messed around with the rate, and I got it to 96 pounds per acre. So I think that's as close as I'm gonna get it. That'll work for me, I'm happy with that. So we're just gonna keep going till the wind picks up or we get rained out, one or the other. So I actually don't mind this red tractor. It's pretty nice. It's a Magnum 335, 335 horsepower, I assume. I mean, there's things I'm not crazy about. Like, there's nowhere to set anything. In our tractors, like the older ones, they have a ledge along the window. You can set your phone or your wallet. The newer tractors have a little cubby right here, and there's nothing over there. There's some cubbies up by the windshield. This one just, there's not really anywhere to set anything. I also don't like that the steering wheel doesn't telescope out farther. Like, I feel like I have to lean forward to grab the steering wheel. That could be operator error, I don't know. I could be doing something wrong on that, but I do like that the gear shift and the throttle are on the same lever. That way you can do that all that with one hand. I know the newer tractors, you can get like some hydraulic controls on this handle. That would be really nice. Then you wouldn't have to do anything. You could just leave your hand on there and do whatever you need to do. So yeah, I think it actually rides nicer than our tractors, but this tractor I think has a suspended front axle. It's not ILS, but it kind of has a suspension. The seat's really nice. I like the seat, but I don't know. If I had my choice, I still think I'd take a green one. Sorry guys. This thing, whatever it is, FM 750, do not like it at all. It's not very user friendly. Like, if I want to shift the line over, you have to hit shift and then save. Like, I should be able to just hit shift and then it shifts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have enough hands. I'm trying to turn around and turn the spreader on and shift my line and do everything because this tractor doesn't have RTK, so I'm trying to stay in between my strip tilt tracks, but I do not like this. I realize this is a cheaper version. I mean, it's fine for what it does, but I feel like they could have made it a little bit more user-friendly. Whatever. Got the first field done, everything went smooth. Let's get loaded back up. At least that tire's hanging in there. One could say it's not quite fit in this field. This is the wheat field that we had last year, and it's still rutted up from cutting wheat and spreading fertilizer and everything on it last fall, and it's just kind of a mess. But it's fit enough that I can spread urea on it, and that way this whole farm, even the part of it that wasn't wheat, will have 100 pounds of urea on it, and it'll be the same that way. Easier for planting purposes. So like I said, not super fit, kind of rutting it up in a few places, but the majority of the field is fit, and I still have to do something with this to fix the tracks anyway. So I might as well go add a few more ruts to it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I might have to burn it off. I'll get out and kind of show you what I'm dealing with. As you can see, a lot of the wheat is growing back. If you remember from last summer when we were cutting this, a lot of the wheat lodged and went down flat, and we had to cut it on the ground. And when the combine's taking that much material in, it's just inevitable that you're gonna lose quite a bit out the back. So in a few places like this, we lost a lot of wheat. So we got wheat growing, we got tracks like this. This isn't even, these aren't bad compared to some of them. And then where we cut the wheat normally, we got this really thick mat of straw. So it's just not drying out, which the weather hasn't really been good for drying. But if it doesn't really warm up and get some sun and dry weather, I might have to burn the straw off just to be able to farm it this year. I hate to do it because you lose your organic matter, and that's kind of why I wanted to put wheat in this field, because it's heavy clay and I wanted to get some organic matter in the soil, but you got to farm it, so I can't leave it. I guess we'll see, wait on the weather and see what happens. Well, I got done with that muddy wheat stubble over there, got moved over here to some strip tilled ground, and it's going a lot better over here. But I lost my auto steer. It says, warning, critical fault detected. I don't know what that means, but this thing has a steering wheel on it, so I guess I'm steering for the rest of what I got to spread. I only got a little bit left anyways, so I'm gonna knock this out. I got what's left in, I guess I got the truck empty, everything's in the spreader, and once this is gone, that's gonna be it. And we're done spreading. It's started to rain a little bit. That's actually good. I'm hoping for a little shower to soak that urea into the ground. That way it stays in the soil better. So yeah, done. Kind of bummed that my sprayer blew apart and I wasn't able to use it, but this is a nice setup and it was probably more accurate because I was kind of in a hurry, and you know, this one's already set up. So it all worked out. Thanks to John for letting me use that. I'm gonna put some fuel in his tractor for him and bring it back here after a bit. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully the weather turns around and we can get in the field planting some corn soon. And yeah, it's gonna be cold for a while, so I don't know how soon that's gonna happen, but we're hoping for the best. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.